Seiko at it again. This is why I love Seiko. Whew. This is a good one. YouTube, what is good? Welcome back to Timeless Sneakers and Watches. I have to ask, did you miss me? So sorry for the time I've been gone and haven't been able to put out a new video, but life happens, dad life happens, family life happens, work life happens.
What's on the American flag?
Shit, we got 13 colonies, so 13 minus 50. 13 minus 50, goddamn, 47.
So sometimes that gets in the way of creating content, but nonetheless, I am so happy to be back and make this video. I do have some really good stuff coming up soon, so please stick around. So bear with me as I obviously get used to this whole YouTube thing. Nonetheless, I wanted to share this beautiful, beautiful Seiko. Now, it's not a really new model per se. It has been out for some time. I'm a little late in getting my hands on it, but it's so good that I thought I'd make a video and share it with you guys. Now, there's no secret in the watch hobby. There's those higher end pieces, right, that we all desire, save up for, or quote, we name them our grail pieces. And you know, to some that may be Rolex, to some others that may be Tudor, and I mean, it only goes up from there, right? But there's Seiko. And Seiko has done such an amazing job lately, in my personal opinion. The Spb185 that you see here, this to me just stood out tremendously because it was something new from Seiko. This one here being the Marinemaster 200. I mean, just look at how beautiful this piece looks. You know, there's nicknames out there, Steelmaster. You know, to me, it's just the Marinemaster 200. It does have a steel bezel insert, which is something that you don't see very often from Seiko. And so when I saw this instantly reminded me of the Tudor black base steel, which you could see here. And that is a very popular model. And you know, as a great alternative, I thought, hey, this looks very, very much like it. And at a fraction of the cost. For $1,200 USD, you're getting a fully built in-house watch and amazing specs, right? I mean, I love, more than anything, I love this new Marinemaster 200 case. The polishing, the brushing, how it curves and it hugs the wrist. I think Seiko just killed it with this. And again, it's something that you just don't see very often in this configuration. Now, with that said, you know, the pros and cons, right? Like everything. The cons, really the only ones I could think of here is people might sit there and complain and say, Seiko, $1,200, no way. I, on the other hand, think $1,200 is an amazing deal for what you're getting versus what you would pay for the Tudor Black Bay steel, right? Very, very similar feel, very, very similar vibes. It wears very, very similar. Now, this Seiko Spb185 measures in at a case of 42 millimeters. Now, Seiko being Seiko, they've made an illusion on the wrist because when you measure the bezel, it's actually 40 millimeters. So it is a 42 millimeter case, but when you wear it, it wears as a 40 millimeter. It's about 48 millimeters lug to lug with a 20 millimeter lug width. 12.5 thick. I mean, it just wears amazing. I love this case so much that I decided to mod my SKX007. As you guys can see here, I wanted to do something different with my SKX. I know it's gonna sound crazy, tired of the stock look. And I said, how can I spice this up? Keep somewhat of that SKX feel, but maybe modernize it. I didn't like the 22 millimeters lug width on the SKX case, but I love the 20 millimeter lug width on the Marinemaster 200. Still keeping the crown at 4 o'clock. Now, as you can see here, I did sign the crown. I got a signed crown for it. But I kept the SKX dial and, made some changes to the hands. And guys, I love how this mod looks. But I mean, when you see it next to the steel version, there's just something special about the steel version. Now, by the way, before I forget, this video is all thanks to two sponsors of the video. One being Mainspring Coffee, and two, of course, Belmont Watches. Gentlemen, thank you so much for lending in this piece and providing this amazing coffee. Now, guys, I have to say, this coffee it's good. Listen, the wifey is a big coffee drinker and she approved. Now, I was lucky enough to try this medium roast from Peru, and guys, it is so good. I truly enjoyed it, and so I want to make sure you guys take advantage. I will leave the link to Mainspring Coffee down below. Check them out. My understanding is they have a plethora of different roasts. I know when it comes to coffee, people are very picky. And I have to say though, this one was really, really good. And Adam, of course, thank you for lending in this beautiful Marinemaster 200. Guys, this piece is for sale, and I will leave that down below for you guys to check out. But let's get back into this. 40 millimeters, right? Or an illusion of 40 millimeters. But look at this bracelet, guys. I love the small details that Seiko put into this bracelet. Now, when you see this bracelet, there's a glisten to it because of the way they polish those center links. There's a small bevel on top and bottom which allow the light to reflect, and I love the way that looked. It makes the watch seem a lot more expensive. Granted, $1,200 is not cheap. The beveling on the actual case itself, the separation between this, the brush and the polish just looks so good. You have an in-house movement with the 6R35 that gives you 70 hours of power reserve. I mean, that is killer. Now, this is a 3 Hertz movement, but at 70 hours of power reserve, hey, I'll take that all day, every day. So I definitely think this is an amazing piece. Let me know, guys, what you think of this SPB185 or the Steelmaster, as we've already nicknamed it. Is it a good alternative to the Black Bay 41, technically, steel version? I think it is. I think they have similar vibes, but you'll be saving yourself some money. Now, this is priced amazingly, so hit up Belmont, let him know Timeless sent you, and he'll take good care of you. Guys, I appreciate you stopping by. Until next time, peace.